Promise you that.
Is that a joke or no?
He'll figure it out.
Well, it didn't take long for Mr. Phil Ivey to pick up a pair of kings. He re-raises Barry to 13,000. Look at this. The Hold'em Nightmare. Aces against kings and Patrik Antonius. Our second hand. These players have $500,000 each. It could all go in here before the flop. Patrik re-raises to 36-4.
And like 40. I'm going to play more, obviously.
If you have a bet, you're going to play more.
Right. But I still don't know how to play tourneys, and I'm not going to play all of them.
And actually, the big
$1 million could go in here before the flop.
Because there's more players.
Right. I mean, I might play some of the smaller other ones, but
PLO, you should be good there.
I mean, I'll probably play the stub ones and stuff. I just don't know how to play them. So.
All right.
Phil Ivey just calls. He decides to trap. He doesn't know he is in the trap.
Right.
If a safe flop comes out there, I guarantee you that $1 million is going in the center. 10 Jack Queen. Just about the worst flop for both of these players. They're both afraid of ace king or sets. Check from the aces. Ivey could be wondering, maybe Patrik has ace-queen suited, ace-jack suited. He's got the kings. He's got an open-end straight. He might take a shot right here.
Check.
But he checks. Neither player likes that queen. Now they can't beat ace-queen or king-queen.
Check.
Check. 9 of clubs. Phil Ivey makes a straight. Patrick's saying, this is getting worse and worse. Don't you have any deuces in that deck? Patrik checks. I don't think Phil Ivey can check again. If he were to bet and Patrik would raise, which is not going to happen, then he would have a decision to make. But he's got the straight. He's got to take a little shot here. And there's a little shot, 45,000. Patrik knows that if Phil Ivey had a hand like ace-jack, he wouldn't bet right now. Has Phil Ivey been slow playing a big hand from the get-go? Or does he have a straight? Did that 9 make him a straight? Or does he have complete air? Patrik wants to see. And Patrik sees. And Patrik realizes that a disaster was avoided because we know Phil Ivey, if they got all the money in before the flop, Phil Ivey would have only run it once, and he would have won $500,000 from Patrik. Antonio trying to get back in one of Nick Casavetti's movies.
But I don't know if anybody knows why I said that.
Yeah, no, I'm sure the poker after darks.
Pineapple juice.
Right. I ordered one.
Phil Laak's raised in first position.
Phil Laak was there, right?
That was the greatest love story movie ever. You've seen it, right?
Howard's in with his
Oh,
ace.
that's the one where the guy has...
It's better than Pretty Woman. And Pretty Woman was a damn good movie.
That's the one where the
I'll bet
guy's
you you
old,
think
right?
it's a better love story than Pretty Woman.
Who's in it?
I don't know their
Kenny Tran.
names. Not Kenny
No,
Tran.
Kenny Tran wasn't it. Isn't that the one where the guy's old and like tells the story as if
Yeah.
he's young? Okay, yeah.
Poker players think
Yeah, I did see that.
any movie with a hooker in it's
Great
a love
movie.
story.
I don't know when.
How do you right blow? Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
Patrik had put the $1,600 straddle on it, and he called 4,400 more with 10-4 spades.
If you're gonna right
So it's
blow,
3
right?
players here.
3 deuce 4 on the flop.
My churchgoers wouldn't appreciate that.
Sorry. The Christians?
Phil Laak was the original raiser.
And Laak bets 16,000.
And Howard's got a decision here.
Yeah, whether to rent blow or notebook.
He actually has the best hand.
Mutual friend.
He's still in there, right?
Yeah, he'll be out soon.
Is he really going to be out soon?
Yep.
How much of it is spectrum?
Yeah.
How much of it is on like picture?
And there's another hand Howard's not going to enjoy watching on
Some of
TV.
it, you know, you kind of like change a little bit, but
Patrick's
when he
got
saw it,
fours.
It was like, became his reality. Actually, yeah, so it was kind of cool.
And if he believes that Phil Laak has the
I assume
overpair,
there's some you need to improvise. 'Cause
he
you
would
don't
be
know
in
what
great
to
shape
each other
if
right
a
after they
4
got shot at, that kind of stuff.
or a
Exactly
10
right.
came
I mean,
off.
But basically,
But you can try
They
to
both
do
have a lot of money, so he's going to call.
And king of spades on the turn.
my buddy directed
That gives
He's dead
Patrick
now.
a flush draw,
Great dude.
Yeah.
along with his pair of fours.
Director Blow is there?
He checks. Now let's see if Phil Laak keeps up his story. Once upon a time, I had 3 kings or aces.
Right?
These two guys have played very hard at each other this season on high stakes poker.
Phil bets 37,300.
Could die, probably.
As I
you
said,
know
Patrick's
how
hand
to
has
start.
improved.
You
He
know
has
how
the
to
flush
start.
draw.
I mean,
Phil Laak has a lot of money. Very unlikely Phil Laak has a spade flush draw also. So Patrick
These
thinks
ones here?
if
if he catches a spade, he could win a lot of money, so he's probably going to call.
Taught what to do in case someone gets swung by him or whatever. Where how to
Right,
resuscitate
which-
people and
Which
so if they need to be
Patrick does call.
forming the next of kin? Is that part of it?
Queen on the river.
Patrick still has the best hand with a pair of fours. Phil Laak has fired 3 times. He's raised before the flop, on the flop, and on the turn. Patrick checks. Will Phil Laak fire that final bullet? I think he knows he doesn't have the best hand right now.
like 3 times. You mean?
Remember there was a pot where he called off 37,000 in the river.
Oh, I got 27.
80,000 from Locke.
But that's about it. 100,000 all up.
Phil Laak bet real fast.
Yeah.
Usually that's an indication that you're bluffing unless you're doing the old double whammy. And Patrick knows that this season on high stakes poker, Phil Laak has made very few value bets. It's possible Phil Laak has 3 kings. But other than that, he's thinking, would Phil Laak bet aces here? Would he bet 80,000 on the ace king of hearts? I think that's what's going through Patrick's mind.
I guess they decided not, so they could.
Wow,
Wow.
he calls.
Oh,
$80,000 with a pair of
Nothing.
fours.
nice call.
I knew you had nothing.
So sick.
Phil Laak is in shock,
To go all in. Huh?
and so is the rest of the table, even Durr.
I have to go all in. If I went all in, you would fold.
The old 8 deuce suited.
That is the difference.
That's worth 4,000. Queen 4 for La Liberté. He's going to call.
Ace jack for Daniel. Four-way action. King 4-7. Look at those diamonds.
That's why you play the 8 deuce of diamonds, because you might flop a flush.
Yep.
The only person that's got anything is Daniel's got the jack of diamonds.
Patrick bets 15,000.
He's hoping somebody has a king.
It's been a good game, though. It's a good game, huh? Seriously.
I'm surprised how many times we had all in calls
Unbelievable.
with this much money on
I
the table.
never expected
That's so
all
sick.
ends tonight.
Yeah, me neither.
And because of how
At least like
loose
3 or 4, right?
Patrick's been playing,
Jamie went about 3
That's
times.
sick.
Daniel's going to call him with the jack of diamonds,
Hey, of course it's fun.
hoping that either an ace or a diamond come up here.
That just proves that we play poker.
8 of clubs on the turn.
Playing with 100,000 in front of 500, you play the same way. You know, it's a gambling game. If you just want to play
Playing
tight,
against money, that's it.
you're never going to be all in.
Now, we know
That's for sure,
Patrick's going to
unless
bet.
you, set against set.
Question is how much?
Or top pair against.
So aces against
40,000.
40,000 is a great bet because he's making Daniel feel that he might have nothing. But I don't see Daniel calling here because Daniel has nothing. Really has ace high and a diamond draw, which might not be any good even if he hits a diamond. But Daniel calls. Patrick's been playing so loose that Daniel must feel that his ace might be good here.
There's another ace.
Terrible card for Daniel. He's
Yeah.
got aces now.
Oh, boy.
If he called 40,000 with a hand he had on the turn, now he's got top pair. And if Patrick had the ace of diamonds, his kicker might not be better than a jack.
Can't see.
It's $115,000 from Patrick.
115. I think it's 115.
I was calling without that card. I don't know if I should call him now.
Daniel remembers that Patrick had that same expression on his face when he bluffed 150,000 at Sammy.
Is that what it is? 115?
Yeah. It's 115 exactly.
I was gonna call if the ace didn't hit. Now that the ace hit, am I still gonna call? That's the question.
Same exact look.
Yeah, he doesn't change at all.
By calling the 40,000 on the turn,
He's gonna show me ace 4.
Daniel's put himself in this position.
He might show me ace 4. That would be
That's how
bad.
much you get credit from us.
I was
huh?
gonna.
You bet on pair of fours, 80,000.
Well, it looks like Patrick playing so loose, making big bluffs is going to pay off for him here. Really feels like Daniel's going to call. There he goes.
There it is.
Flush.
Flush.
That's good too.
I used to do that when I was young. Shoot it up with the 8 deuce and make a flush.
And here comes Mr. Antonius
Look at this. Makes it 18,000.
with a 9-7 of clubs.
No, but if you bet after the flop,
Barry throws away ace-jack.
Wow.
But Sammy, now this is a tale of two different players. Remember Tale of Two Cities?
Yeah, of course.
I got position on it. Might miss.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Some people were throwing away ace-jack, and some people were calling with king-6.
Ace, king, jack, all spades.
Wow, Barry would have flopped aces and jacks.
Kicking himself.
Well, not really. He's wondering.
They don't realize it's like they're killing the whole thing. The whole thing is that poker is the only sport that you can actually have interaction between the people you see on TV and the people who play.
And Sammy makes a great call here with a pair of kings. And no spade. Now, Sammy, I don't care what Patrick bets here. If Patrick's thinking of firing another bullet,
I mean, they're moderated, but
not anymore. I mean, the RGP could have been worse, but right now RGP is like all spam.
Patrick fires.
Wow.
85,000. Now, here's where Patrick's extraordinary reading abilities betray him.
What's he have Sammy on? What do you think?
Well, he felt that Sammy didn't have much on the flop, and he was right.
Right.
He read Sammy correctly. He can't possibly think that that 6 has helped Sammy. So he's going to follow through and trust his read on the flop.
right. Because
And at this point, I think Sammy would call whatever he bets because of the history between these two players. They love to outplay each other, and they do not want to be bluffed by the other guy. Sammy calls. Now, if a spade comes up, that's going to be a real interesting card.
right there. What is that? That's just like a slam. Right?
No spade. See, if a spade came up and Patrick bet a lot, Sammy could put him on ace-queen with a queen of spades. Sammy did not want to see a spade. Now it's going to be real tough. Not real tough. Here he goes.
Oh, 150,000.
Well, he knows he's got to bet to win. Patrick might feel that Sammy has a queen of spades, or just a lone ace. But he has to bet to win, and Sammy looks to me like he's calling. If Patrick bet something like 250, 300, it would be more of a decision.
I'll play that bet all the way.
But Sammy's lining up his chips. He hasn't said call yet. There he goes.
There
He's
he
calling.
is. Man.
You got it.
Huh?
You got it.
Just like that.
Wow.
Wow. Buddy, we gamble here. We're here to gamble, you understand? We're not here to watch. All I hear is socializing over there, you and Doyle and the rest.
Patrick bet me call.
Well, such a
42.
good check you made with those two aces.
Ah, smooth talk, man. I just checked it.
Sammy's going to raise, obviously, with his king,
What
queen
do
of
you know?
diamonds.
You don't think I knew I had the best hand, Doyle?
I
It's
don't
common
know.
sense. Oh, yeah. I was
You
scared.
sleeping with the guy or what?
Antonius
I was worried
makes a
about
play,
14.
raised the 16,000 with a jack nine of hearts.
Maybe he could have had a 10.
And Sammy and Doyle are
Come
talking
on,
about
you
the
guys
aces and kings hand with Jamie Gold.
I said a
me
10.
four bet.
He had a 10 on the board.
Surely if he'd had a 10, he'd have bet it all.
Yeah.
No,
What?
no, listen.
He would have bet himself if he'd had a 10.
And Patrick, who's been
Give me
kind of
5,000.
quiet,
Right?
has decided to make it 16,000 with a jack nine of hearts. Very interesting. He's got position on
Check
Sammy.
dark, Patrick. I know you're going to bet. I'll move in if I hit a pair or something.
6-3-9, two diamonds.
Patrick flops top pair, and Sammy's got the king high flush draw.
Re-raise anybody?
Sammy's check.
Patrick bets 20,000.
And we have a raise coming here.
Sammy's going to raise to 100,000.
Big raise. It was a very large raise, and it was very fast.
I'm all in.
I call.
Patrick has gone all in with a pair of nines. And Sammy called. Patrick went all in, $482,000, and Sammy called immediately.
You have a big hand? You have a set?
I don't have you have a set?
No.
You don't have a set? You're flushing?
Very often they
No,
go, "Do
you
have a
flush it?"
set?" And they end up asking if they have a pair.
This is the
You got a pair?
This is the biggest
At
pot
the
in
end,
the
they
history of
ask
high
each other if
stakes
they have a
poker.
pair.
It's
You
right,
might have
yeah,
my
it's bigger
bid.
than the one you guys just had.
This is incredible.
Don't have a lot of money.
He has a 3 and a flush draw.
Yeah, but
Ace 3 a diamond. Come on. Let's see.
No, he doesn't have flush.
Want to have the record.
What do you have?
what can you have?
You guys have
Two
the record
over.
for a second.
Actually, as we see, Sammy's a little bit of a favorite here.
Uh-huh.
Ace king flush?
You tell me first. I'll tell you second.
be diamonds if there's 2 overcards. Okay, we're gonna do business. We're gonna run it
Oh, we
twice.
always do business, me and you. I mean, we might chop it if we look. We don't have to look. Just tell me what you have. I'll tell you what I have.
I suggest you guys open
times?
the cards.
Huh?
2 times?
Both players
can
are a
do
little
anything you want.
superstitious, and they don't want to turn over their hand first.
We probably can do that. But what do we have?
Yes, Ace 3
I
a
have
diamond.
a weak hand.
You went all in. I have a weaker hand than you.
No.
But you're my customer.
You-
I gotta play with you.
You don't call me with 1 second.
You got an ace high, Patrick. That's good.
How do you
He
know?
doesn't have ace high. He's got a pair of 3s and a flush draw, and he's got
He
2
said no
over and a
flush.
draw.
He didn't have a flush.
Yes, he has a flush for sure.
No,
Me?
you didn't have flush.
Oh my god.
What do you have? You crazy all in? What do you think? We're kids here?
Follow water, please. Wow, some of us are stuck.
You're not playing solitaire, fellas.
Buddy, me and Patrick we play every day like this.
4 times.
Fine. What do you have though?
It's your showdown. Who's
You
showing
have a
first?
pair at least?
I have a pair. I have a top pair.
You show first.
Top pair. Bring us one more Patrick here. $500,000 on top pair.
Come
What
on,
do
turn
you
your
have?
hand over.
I got aces, Doyle. What do you know? I ain't gonna tell you what I have.
Oh, he has
Okay.
Jack 10 a diamond or
Okay.
Jack Queen a diamond.
I got 2 over and a flush.
Okay, it's a flip.
4 times?
What's your over?
Can't tell you, surprise you though.
No.
2 face cards. 2 face cards.
I love you guys.
It's at 10 seconds.
Who cares? This
Okay.
is our money. Not. I mean, we're
Okay.
running a show. We're
Okay,
paying for it.
let's run it 4 times.
Am I
They're going
right? I
to
mean,
run it
this is
4
ridiculous.
times.
We've
4
never seen
times.
that before either.
Yeah.
Why don't they just run the rest of the deck? Run it 15 times.
For them now.
Okay, that's
Wow.
Oh, man.
Sammy catches a
Don't give me
diamond.
no more diamond.
And Patrick catches a 9. He was dead to a 9.
$250,000 9.
Patrick wins the first $250,000.
It's really fair enough, buddy.
And Sammy catches another
What
diamond.
happened if it's- I
And
don't know, that's
Patrick
me
can't
taking
draw out
off.
on that time.
One apiece.
Second
I just-
round to
my pair is
Sammy.
still good if I hit
It's like
it.
a 4-round fight. I get
Yeah.
the feeling it's going to be split at the end. Don't you get that feeling?
Yeah, well, yeah. After all this,
Sammy still hasn't got
That's
a
you,
queen
buddy.
or a
Definitely
king yet.
It's not me.
No diamond, no queen or king there.
That's you, of course.
2 for Patrick.
I like Patrick's
more to
chances
go.
here.
Of course, I always like Patrick.
One more to
chances.
go, right?
Just amazing. I'm telling you, just amazing.
Sammy
I mean,
needs
that's
the king,
no
the queen,
respect
or
at
the
all.
diamond here.
4.
Do you agree?
One
Don?
more card for a split.
Oh, man.
No.
Goes to Patrick.
Patrick winds up winning 3/4 of everything.
Big win.
Okay. How much I owe?
3/4.
That was almost a dead even heat, boys, if y'all didn't know it.
Half of what myself, that's all.
The first hand he plays.
Patrick Antonius makes it 4,000 with his ace jack.
That figure's familiar to me. 4,000. I don't know why, but look at this.
Now, he can't complain about kings, can he?
Feels like aces.
Yeah.
I wish it was aces, but it feels like it.
Okay, what feels like aces, isn't aces, is higher than queens.
And starts with a K.
You got a problem in this hand.
I got a problem.
You know what the problem
I
is?
got a problem with every hand.
That I like you.
I appreciate
Or
it.
else I'll
I
chase
hope
you.
everyone folds. I would like to win the pot.
Patrick's going to call and need an ace to take the lead here.
3 queen, 10 on the flop.
Let's see how much Jamie's going to bet here.
Oh, shit, I played 4 or 5.
Doesn't want Patrick to draw.
15,000.
He only bets 15,000. And Patrick would win if an ace came or a king would make him the nuts.
Patrick calls.
And Patrick's going to call. Jamie should probably bet a little more.
There's a king.
There's the king. There is the king. This is terrible luck for Jamie.
Uh-oh.
That was like 22.5 to 1.
Wow.
And now Patrick's going to bet it
45 grand.
like he's got ace king. Jamie knows that Patrick doesn't have jack 9. But Jamie should also realize he only bet 15,000 on the flop. So it's possible that Patrick has ace jack. But I don't think Jamie can stop himself.
I raise.
Jamie's going to raise, and he's going to be pot committed, and Patrick's going to be a 3-1 favorite.
Oh, man.
Because whatever he raises, Patrick is going to go all in. And like I said, Jamie's going to have to call.
Man, Patrick looks hungry.
I'm just counting.
Looks like a lion.
He really does. And Jamie looks like a gazelle right now. Oof.
Well, he's got a little better chance than the gazelle.
I'm all in.
I call.
I got a set of kings. You got ace jack, huh?
Ace jack.
Unbelievable.
And
You
now
wanna
you're
do any
watching the
business?
biggest pot in the history of high-stakes poker. $743,000 and change. This is unreal.
Unbelievable.
No. Is there 100 stacked? Because I don't see any.
No.
No, 210, 230, 245.
Unbelievable.
A little over 250 maybe.
What am I going to do, right?
Oh, you're right, 300.
You want to run it 3 times or something?
We can run it twice.
Twice? Okay.
Or can we run it 3 times?
You can do whatever you want.
How much is
Whatever
it?
you want.
How
This
much
is
is
your
in the
world.
pot?
He's got about 300 here, just so you know.
The table just came alive, man.
Kind of feel a little sorry for Jamie. That was really unlucky.
They played it 3 times now,
I'll be
Gabe.
a winner.
And each river card will be worth almost $250,000. Jamie's hoping to win one of them.
As a queen, he's got
He
one.
wins the
All right, you
first.
got
Oh,
one.
man.
All right.
Pretty good start.
That's a good start.
But you wish you hadn't run it 3 times.
I wish I hadn't run it 3 times. I know, but
Why? Better than twice.
Jamie's got 250, almost.
Maybe.
Here's the second one.
3 diamonds.
3.
wow.
Wow, 2 out of 3.
I've seen some shit. That's
That is so
Should have done
funny.
it 4 times, I guess.
Yeah, I don't like my chances on this one either, but
Now comes the 10.
This is where I'm running.
now comes the king.
I don't think he can do it 3 out of 3.
3 in a row? Okay.
Okay.
Nice then.
Guess we have to
You have to
count.
count down your money, Jamie.
Remember, originally Patrick wanted to run it twice. Running it 3 times was a last-minute decision on his part.
Saved him $248,000?
It sure did.
Oh, man.